Obstürmt oder steigt
und die Sonne uns sagt, der Tag glühend heiß oder eiskalt.
Hello YouTube, this is Stromga Shootspore, also known as Globulus. I'm playing as the Egyptians this time. This is a 5-player free-for-all, last man standing battle. I deployed on the hill here simply because I didn't want to get trapped between two armies and get squashed on the battlefield. So anyway, I deployed on this hill so I could kind of scope out the situation, see who I could go after. Anyway, let's preview my army here. I have 2 camel archers. I have 1 unit of slingers. I have 5 Pharaoh's guards. I have 3 Pharaoh's bowmen, and I have 4 desert cavalry. Excuse me. Now the Gauls over here, under the command of Prince Hector. He's got some hidden units here, so I can't list everything off. But what we can see here, he has looks like 4 units of barbarian noble cav and then a barbarian chosen warlord. Let's see, go to the Seleucid Empire over here under the command of Warhammer Load. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of cataphracts, 6 units of cataphracts, excuse me, a general's armored bodyguard. He's brought 3 archers and 6 silver shield pikes. Let's see, and we have a rebel army over here, which I don't understand why people even bother bringing rebels into these fights. But under the command of Kratos, he has all kinds of gladiators: Samnites, Marmios, Marmillos. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I'd say it's Marmio, since I'm assuming they're Italian. He has a Greek-like cav. Has several Hastati units. Looks like 4 Hastati. Has a 3 units of druids and 4 archers. Really not a bad army. Good attack army, with the exception of the Hastati. The Hastati, their Pila, that's good for with their statistics, their stats. They're good for defense, but unfortunately, the Rebel army has lower morale. Let's see. Let's go see Pontus. Now, Pontus is commanded by a person who gives me trouble a lot in games. Bazuli has, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3. Pontic heavy cav, and he has 3 Cappadocian cav. Excuse me again. He has 2 peltasts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bronze shield pikes and 4 archers. And I think that's everyone. I'm positive that's everyone. Yep. Now, first fight we're going to see, guys, is, I believe, Gaul and the Seleucids. I think they're the ones that engage first. I come down from my hill after I see what's going on here in a moment. I initially start moving toward Pontus and the rebels because I want to take advantage of this hill position. But then I change my mind, and because I notice Pontus is going after the rebels, I go ahead and swing my attention down this way, and I move slow so that way they can, these folks can get their fight done and over with. He's moving up pretty quick here. I'm assuming once he saw that I was getting ready to head this, well, I don't head this way yet, but I think he's trying to get rid of the Gallic, I guess you call him Gallic, get rid of the Gallic player before I can get into position. Now here we see 2, 3 Forester warbands. He's pulling back his general. Gaul does have quite a few units hidden here in this little forest or woods. It's actually a pretty entertaining battle, at least from what I saw of it during the game. I haven't really previewed this again to give you guys a good perspective on it, but you know, now he has 4 Forester warbands, and they are opening up on the cataphracts, it looks like, which is smart. That's what you want to take down, because these barbarian noble cav and even with the general back here are no match for these cataphracts. Here's a good cavalry charge. He sees he's taking fire from the Forester warbands, so he decides to go ahead and minimize his casualties by charging in. I thought this was a good side charge here. Like I said, I don't understand exactly why the Forester warbands weren't on skirmish mode, to be honest. They should have been, and he should have had. I'd say the Gaul player could have had. And I see here he has several chosen swordsmen. I think if I were him, I would have deployed my Forester warbands back here. My cavalry maybe off to my left. And if he wanted to come up and attack with his cataphracts, then I'd have chosen swordsmen like these behind, waiting to cleave these cataphracts to pieces. But that's just the way I would do it. Here he's finally running up his chosen swordsman. But the Forester warbands, you know, one unit came back from routing. I think this one will as well. It's still at 31, pretty decent number. Now he did manage to take out a few cataphracts here. Not a huge amount, but well, these 2 units I guess he did. But he did get that side charge on these 2 units here. They're eyeing up that hill over here. So I'm just kind of moving slow to let these guys fight it out. In the background there, you can see a skirmish battle. You know, I'll go ahead and take you up there real quick. Let's see, we have a bit of a skirmish fight getting ready to take place. As you can see, Pontus under Bazulis trying to get an edge with his cav on the high ground here. Smart move, very smart move. I'll go back over here to I find them, there they are. Back over here to the Seleucids and the Gauls. Now, I was actually surprised when I was watching this battle during the game, because it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I mean, I thought for sure that these pikes would just utterly destroy these chosen swordsmen. Prince Hector, I'm not really sure why he charged into pikes like that with his armored general here. Or, well, I guess it'd be his chosen warlord. But here he's routing a couple of Seleucid pikes with chosen swordsmen. So that just kind of tells me that, well, I'm not sure here. I guess he don't have very many upgrades on. I don't think he has any upgrades on these pikes. Here I am still slowly moving down the hill. Now there his cataphracts made a charge on these Forester warbands here. Got rid of them. Now he's going to come back and more than likely do hammer and anvil strikes. Okay, this is just a mess now. That was a good charge, though, by these barbarian noble cav to hit the rear of these cataphracts. looks like Cataphrax is slowly winning the day. I would have pulled at least 2 of these units out and cycle charged myself, but to each his own. He still has his armored body or General's armored bodyguard back here, not engaged yet. But the Seleucids lost a lot of infantry in this fight. Let's go back up here so we can peek at the Pontus and Rebels fight here. The Rebel player here, I think, if it were me, he didn't have a lot of cavalry, but I probably would have set my Hastati with my archers for cover on my right flank, and then charged all my gladiators into these pikes, because the gladiators have more hit points and a better attack than they would defense if they're upgraded. I think some of them are. The pikes, of course, they're upgraded, so I guess it might be kind of even, but they would have a hill advantage if they attack now. I don't think he's going to do that. And the Druids, they're not bad. They're quick enough to move around the flanks and get some side and rear charges in. And fire arrows doesn't make any difference here. Not against these. I mean, he's not really doing much damage. Now there he did a lot of damage. Took out what, 9 of them. Wow, that was amazing. Now he's charging, but it's already too late because he's on level ground. Here you see the Pontic Heavy Cav moving around the flanks, moving around the flank. As you can see back there, the Seleucids finally defeated the Gauls. I'm prepared to fight the Seleucids, but he decides he wants to run away, which is fine. That gives me a chance to fight the winner of this battle first, and then take him on later. And as you can see, I mean, the rebel army, with their lower morale, is just slowly disintegrating here. He's got his pikes coming up to engage these gladiators, and I'm assuming he's going to hammer and anvil charge once he's fully engaged here. That's what I would do. Like I said, I didn't really get to see this because I was too busy moving my own army around. So. These pikes are really doing an amazing job on these gladiators. And here comes some hammer and anvils, I would imagine. And there moves the general unit, which will probably start a chain round. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one over here. That's it. There's your chain route, and Pontus is going to win this fight. So I was virtually a full army. I think a couple of his pikes took some damage, but for the most part, he has pretty much a full army here. Oh, I guess there's still some druids over here, but they probably won't last long. And there's some archers here. I think, yeah, looks like there's some Cappadocian, yep, coming back to annihilate the archers and probably the druids here. Oh, he's going to finish them up with these as well. As you can see, the Seleucid player, Warhammer Load, moving his army up and over this hill, eventually goes up here. I got to make my turn to get ready to fight Pontus. So we're going to do a little fast forward action here. It takes me a while to get there. You know, I'll just stop this and I'll come back to it. And we're back now. Bazuli did say he would meet me in the middle down here in this little valley, so this is where our fight's going to take place. My plan is to use my camel archers to just pick away at his archers on the flanks. I'm not too worried about the ones in the center. I want to kill the ones on the flanks first. That way, in case my Desert Cav run into any troubles, once the Cav fight starts, he won't have archers on his flanks to back him up. So, that way my Desert Cav can do their thing without worrying about being harassed by enemy archers here. But Pontus, or Vizuli, Pontus, they are keeping their cav up here, which is a good idea initially. I put my slingers in front, mainly to absorb missile fire. That's essentially the only reason. And I figure my slingers can get off a few good shots. As I do have them on fire at will mode. Down skirmish. I hear my archers there picking apart the flanks like I want to do. And he brings his peltists up. And well, you'll see what happens to them here in a minute. So I think he was trying to bait me into launching an attack on his peltist, and I almost fall for it. My camels there on skirmish, so they get out of the way. Ones over here, I switched them to firing on these peltists. I bring all my cav over here to my left. Kind of hoping that he would do the same, since his archers are kind of diminished on this side. So I did actually almost try to charge these peltists, but decided to back off instead. And I had double clicked so they would run back, but they decided they wanted to walk instead, so I ended up losing one. Now, this was a good move by him. I couldn't really react fast enough to this, but he started going up this little road here on this hill. He does get a hill advantage on me. Like I said, he notices, I believe, that my strength is on the left, so he begins to maneuver his strength on the right, and we're basically just trying to outflank one another now. And here I am chasing these peltists, but once they start running, I go after these archers, and they start running, so I go after these archers. And he does come down with his cav. But I do pull my Desert Cav back, at least enough. And I switch my slinger fire, I believe, to go against these, my slinger and one of these archers to start targeting his cav. Now, he did catch one of my units, but I end up charging here in a moment. Now, these are really similar to cataphracts, so they, my Desert Cav being armor piercing, that's a big help. I do send, as soon as I send my pikes in to assist, that's when he decides he wants to launch his downhill attack on my right flank. I did reposition my troops, but it wasn't quick enough before he actually got the advantage on me. As you can see, I rout most of his cav. He tries to retreat one of them, but I keep up the pursuit. I don't want to let him go. He's trying to charge in his peltists and get some shots on me. And now I finally routed his last cav unit. Now I'm going after the peltists, and I think there's archers here. Yeah, I go after the archers. He is getting my, he's hitting my right flank pretty hard. He's doing a really good job. Now he sees me bring up my cav for hammer and anvil strikes, which I don't generally do that with light cav, but in this case I really don't have a choice. But he starts withdrawing up this way, up this hill, to make me chase him and to guard against the rear charges, which is, really a smart move. But I start targeting his units. I start shooting them, his general unit and his bronze shields here in the back with my archers. My camel archers are firing on them. I mean, I'm just really archering the hell out of him right now. wanted my pikes to engage this unit, but I ended up switching them to this unit instead. Now I'm receiving fire from the Seleucids over here, so now it's sort of a 2 versus 1 fight, but not really. I mean, me and Bazuli are still duking it out here. But I'm not moving my cav yet. I'm just hitting his routing units as I route them to just diminish his presence on the field here. Cav unit here. Now I'm attacking uphill. I'd rather not do this, but not much of a choice since he got me out of position with his. Now I don't have a rear guard, but he does manage to turn his pikes around here in a moment. And I was surprised I didn't lose a horse there. He routes one of my Pharaoh's guards, another one of my Pharaoh's guards. Now here's a rear charge. Possible, because I figure if I can get his general to route, then they'll route soon after.
The gods smile upon you today.
I route his general. I pull back my desert cav here, and there's the chain route. Routes the second unit, so I have to get into position here to fight against the Seleucids, what's left of my army. Let's fast forward this a little bit for you guys. Now I reform up on top of this little bridge here. But we more or less fight on level ground. I still have a lot of camels left, at least one unit. My Pharaoh's bowmen, I don't believe I have too many missiles left with them. I still have quite a few slingers left. I move my most of my cav over here to the left. Again, I wanted to try to kind of do the same thing that I did to Pontus. I wanted to try to draw him into a fight with his remaining cav, because I was afraid his cataphracts would overpower what I had left as far as my cav went, so I was going to use my camels to help since they scare horses. I move my slingers up and I move them and I start attacking. I want to say I attacked his general armor bodyguard with my slingers. They had cut down pretty good because of all the archers here. But the Seleucid player does not have but one infantry unit left. So that kind of works to my advantage since I have two, and then once my Pharaoh's bowmen are out of missiles, I believe they have a 14 attack, or maybe it might be a 10, but I think that's a 14 if it's upgraded. If I upgraded gold, I think it's a 14 attack, 16 defense, if I'm not mistaken. Slingers to hit his cav, trying to inflict a few casualties before the cav fight. I'm slowly moving. I want him to attack my camel archers with his cataphracts so I can move in and swarm his cataphracts. But instead he moves back, at least initially. And here he comes. So I wanted to tie up his cataphracts just long enough for my desert cav to get in there and use an armor-piercing ability to do something. But he routes two of my units almost immediately here. I do route one. There's a second. But But I had two of my. There's a third one, but reason I route him, I believe, is because I have all my my desert cav. I think I had all of them with at least one experience
Enemy
chevron.
general shows his value. He is filled
Here I'm just
only
standing.
by
I
a
took
desire
down
to save his
two
own
cataphracts that were
skin.
routing there with my Ferris Bowman. Sent them over to assist. I saw some camel archers over here that I think they actually have missiles left. Here we have. I decided to just go ahead and charge up my Ferris Bowman because I know they're going to smash these regular archers in in melee combat. And I'm bringing my Desert Cav around the rear there, looking for some possible rear charges. And there's one route. There's a second. Now his pikes are routing. This last, there it goes.
Enemy cowards run! Drive
So there
them
we go.
from the battlefield!
Good game to all my opponents here. Bazuli, hats off to you. You always give me a run for my money. He got more kills than I did, but last man standing, so that makes me the winner. If you look at casualties by unit, my Ferris Bowman just tore everybody up. You know, with their arrows first, and then with the melee battle against the Seleucids there at the end. So, anyway, good game to everyone. Remember this one thing: always play with honor and bleed your enemies.